Some relationships do not end loudly. There is no final scream, no dramatic goodbye, no clear understanding of where the fracture truly began. Sometimes the deepest distance isn't between just romantic relationships. It's between two friends who once knew everything about each other and now barely know how to speak. Sometimes, two people simply reach a moment where pain speaks louder than love knows how to. And from the outside it can seem so small, a sentence, a tone, a missed moment, an unanswered call, a misunderstanding that should have lasted minutes, but somehow survives for years. Human beings are fragile interpreters of one another. We hear words through exhaustion, through old wounds, through insecurities we rarely admit aloud. And often, we do not react to what was truly said. We react to what the pain inside us believed it heard. Sometimes someone speaks sharply during a difficult day, while quietly carrying burdens the other person cannot see. Sometimes someone becomes distant, not because they stop caring, but because they no longer know how to explain what is happening inside them. And sometimes people who once mattered deeply to each other slowly become strangers, while both continue believing they were the one abandoned. That is the tragedy of misunderstanding. Not always hatred, not always betrayal. Sometimes simply two wounded perspectives standing too far apart to see each other clearly anymore. We protect ourselves quickly, we close doors before vulnerability can reopen them. We convince ourselves we no longer care, and pride quietly finishes what pain began. But years are strange things. Time has a way of softening certainty. The older we become, the more we revisit moments we once believed we fully understood. And slowly questions begin appearing where anger once lived. Maybe they were hurting too, maybe fear changed the meaning of what I thought I heard. Maybe they need an understanding more than defense. Maybe we both waited for the other person to take the first step back. And sometimes, life moves forward without either side ever knowing how close they came to repairing it all. That is what makes human connection so fragile. Not because love is weak, but because perception is powerful. A single misunderstanding can quietly rewrite years of closeness if nobody slows down long enough to untangle it gently. Some people still think about friendships they lost decades ago. Some still replay conversations, wondering what would have happened if they had responded differently. Some still miss people they pretend no longer matter. And perhaps one of the loneliest feelings in the world is realizing someone once cared deeply for you, while both of you slowly drifted apart inside assumptions that were never fully true. This does not mean every relationship should be restored. Some endings are necessary. Some people wound repeatedly. Some distance protects peace. But not every broken connection was built from cruelty. Sometimes it was exhaustion, sometimes pride, sometimes timing, sometimes silence, and sometimes two people simply stopped trying to understand each other at the exact moment understanding mattered most. The world teaches people to react quickly, to defend quickly, to walk away quickly. But very few people are taught how to sit inside discomfort long enough to truly understand another human being. And maybe that is why so many people quietly carry grief for relationships that never truly needed to die. So before silence hardens permanently, before assumptions become identity, before another meaningful connection fades into memory, pause, ask again, listen slower. There may still be pain inside the other person you cannot yet see. There may still be love hidden beneath a misunderstanding. And sometimes, one gentle conversation can save years of quiet regret.